Hi guys, and welcome back to the channel many months later. Apologize for that, but I just didn't really know what to do. I was still trying to find the time or just making the time. It was just like a whole situation, but here we are. Cecilia is gonna be 5 months now in a couple of weeks, so that's just absolutely insane. Reality of just waking up a couple of hours ago. She wakes up around 7, half 7 these days, and wakes up like once during the night. So I can't really complain, that's pretty good. I'll show her to you now. Here she is. Say hi, baby. Hi. What you doing? What are you doing? Oh, so nice. She's doing super well. She's learned how to roll over. She doesn't do it all the time, but if I kind of leave her to her own devices, she'll pop herself over. So she's very proud of herself when she does that. She's getting really good at grabbing things now. She's a lot more interactive. She's doing really well. We've been going to some baby classes as well, and I think that really helps her, some baby sensory classes, since we don't get to see a lot of people. Do we? Do we? She's like, what is this thing in my face? She's been up for about an hour or so now, so she'll probably go down for her first nap in maybe half an hour or so, and she'll usually sleep between 45 minutes to an hour in the morning. She tends to only have 3 naps a day now, if I'm lucky, obviously. Anyone else's 4 to 5 month old, when you put them for a nap, try to kill you while you're doing it. She does not like to be put for naps, even though she's tired. Don't you not? No. So she pulls my necklace, pulls my hair. She tries to literally project out of my arms, and then she'll just completely zonk out. So anyone else's baby do that? Or is it just mine? So yeah, I'm just having coffee right now. Bernardo's just gone to work. So usually I get up, he'll give her our first feed, and then I'll pump while he does that. And then we'll just make coffee, and I'll hang out and play with her. Sorry, the light is just like terrible. I'll hang out and play with her. I usually put her into the high chair, which is just back there, in the mornings now. She quite likes that because she can actually be at a normal height, so she can see everything. So she's getting used to that now. So I'll probably put her for a nap in a minute. Well, not a minute. What time is it? I'm literally all over the place. I don't know. 9:15. Okay, so yeah, probably like 15 minutes or so I'll put her for a nap. And then usually in that time, I'll finish my coffee if I haven't finished it already. I'll probably listen to like a podcast or watch an episode of something, because the morning tends to be the time where I actually get the most time, because then in the afternoon she doesn't tend to nap for very long. So in those times will be when I'm like tidying things up a bit, or when I kind of get myself ready. So yeah, I thought I would just take you through a day, see how everything goes. Obviously no day is exactly the same, but I can take you through little bits and bobs of what we do. So yeah, I'll catch up with you a bit later on. Okay, so I'm getting ready to put her for a nap now. She still looks very much awake, don't you? But she's been yawning, so she's definitely tired. It's been about an hour and a half since she woke up. So now I'm just gonna get her ready. Yeah. I usually put her in a little sleep sack. I'll put the sound machine on, close the curtains, and rock her to sleep. Ready for your nap? Yes? Cheeky. she went down without too much of a hassle, to be fair, which is usually the case because in the morning she's still sort of tired, so it's a bit easier to get her to go to sleep. Sometimes I have to go back in and rock her again, but we'll see. She might just stay. So now is usually when I get a little bit of me time. Like I said, I'll do most of like cleaning and tidying up after like around like a second nap of the day, just because it's a bit shorter. But now that I've got a little bit more time, I prefer to just have some time to myself pretty much. So like I said, I'll listen to like a podcast, drink my coffee, or watch a little something on the TV, and then when she wakes up from this nap, that's when I get her dressed and me dressed, and I'll just kind of gradually do everything else through the day. Also, I am having major hair loss right now. I know it's normal, but literally when I'm in the shower, whenever I brush it or touch it, it just comes out in clumps, and it is horrible. Like, I'm losing so much of my hair. Like, you probably can't really tell. I can though. Don't know if you can see. Got like little baby hairs and everything. Oh, it's horrible. I know that it'll be fine and it'll stop, but it's so bad. But I'm sure other people experience it as well. I didn't think it was going to be this intense, to be honest. Like, literally coming out in clumps in my hand, especially when I'm in the shower, is just like a lot. So I tend to only wash my hair like once a week, just so I can avoid that. I mean, I'm sure it doesn't actually really make that much of a difference, but I feel like it does. I don't know if anyone is even remotely interested in the podcasts that I listen to, but I'll show you anyway. So usually I listen to Coffee Convos. This is actually my favorite one for the past few months, with Kale Lowry. You'll probably know her from Teen Mom too, that's how I know her, but I think she's really funny. So is Lindsay. And then she has another one, Baby Mama's No Drama, which is really good as well. They just talk about like general life updates. I don't know, like, I just like it. It's like parenting and everything like that. And then my other one is Morbid. So I listen to Morbid all the time. I don't know if anyone else is like a major true crime fan, but I've listened to them for years. I absolutely love them. So these are literally like the 3 podcasts I listen to. Although I have tried some of these, I don't really like them so much. This one is really good. I've listened to that a few times. And then I've just started Kale's Barely Famous one as well. Can you tell that I really like Kale Lowry? I think she's great. So yeah, those are the ones that I tend to listen to. Now I'll probably just finish my coffee and chill out for a bit. Hopefully, I mean, it's 9:50 now. So she went down, what, like 10 minutes ago or something. So hopefully she stays asleep till at least like 11:15 or something like that. Yeah, hopefully. Fingers crossed. Literally look a mess, but I'm sorry. This is just what it's like in the mornings. If I get ready, I get ready. If I don't, I don't. So I just wanted to film this actually. So if anyone watched my videos when I was pregnant, you'll know that I really wanted to exclusively breastfeed, which I did for the first maybe 2 to 3 months. I breastfed, or I just pumped into a bottle because I was having some trouble with a fast flow, so she wasn't really able to handle it very well. So sometimes I would put my breast milk into a bottle, but my breast milk has really like decreased over the past couple of months. She wasn't getting enough, and I knew it. Like, when she was on my boob, she was still really hungry afterwards, so I knew that I had to do something about it. So at the minute, she's mostly, when she has formula, it's mostly this one, the Nanny Care goat milk. It's the closest you can get to breast milk because it's very gentle. She's been doing really well with it. but I am trying to move her over to the Kendamil, which is a cow milk one. But these two formulas I find are the best ingredients. They don't have any palm oil and things like that in them, so it was the best ones that I could find. This one is expensive. This is like £21 for 900, and this is I think £10 something, and I think it's 800. So, but they are the best ones. So I do that, and then she also, excuse the pan, she also still has my breast milk. So what I tend to do, because I don't have that much, she usually has between like 6 and 7 ounces these days. So when I pump, I usually get around 50 ml from both, or maybe 70 to 80 if I'm lucky. Like, I mean 50 to 70 altogether from pumping from 2 of my boobs. So it's not a lot that I'm getting, but I still want to give her as much of my breast milk as I possibly can. So usually to get to this full, which is about 7 ounces because I fill it right to the top, it takes me like a full day pretty much to get this. And then this is from the morning with a little bit from the night before. So she usually gets 2 bottles of breast milk a day, and then the rest is formula. So it's not what I wanted to do, but I mean, breastfeeding doesn't work out for everybody, and people have milk supply issues like I do. So there's not much I can do about it. So this is the best that I can do. It works for me, it works for her, and I'll just keep doing it until I can't anymore. So yeah, I just thought I would mention that. If you're anything like me, then I felt like really bad about it, and I still do. I still feel guilty about it, but I guess that I can't feel guilty. I do the best that I can. It's not like I decided that I didn't want to breastfeed. The choice was like taken away from me, because I want to give her what's best, and this is the best that I can do. And I know that a lot of people on like Instagram and YouTube, like you always see people breastfeeding, which is amazing, obviously. Like I would love to be able to breastfeed full time. My sister-in-law does. She breastfeeds her baby, and he's obviously doing amazing, and she's having like a really good journey with that. But you know, whether you choose to formula feed or whether you don't have the choice but to formula feed, or combination like I do, like you're doing what's best, and you're doing what you can, and that's all that you can do. And I say this to also give advice to myself, because I never listen to myself when I say these things, but it's true. Decided to actually put some clothes on and do my skincare. As a mum, you know that if you can get any sort of time to do this, take advantage, because some days I don't even get to do this until really late in the day, if she's just having a day where she's not wanting to nap, or she doesn't want me to leave her for even like 5 minutes. So when I can have that time in the morning, it is quite nice. So after I've finished putting this on, I can show you what I use. I used to have really bad skin before I got pregnant. I had like, I don't know if you want to call it hormonal acne, I guess it was, all over like my cheeks and my chin, and I would get like really painful spots, and it was, oh god, it was awful. I hated it. But then as soon as I got pregnant, my skin completely cleared up, and I haven't really got any sort of spots since. Obviously I get like the hormonal things like around when I get my period, but other than, it's not even bad. Like it's nowhere near as bad as it used to be. So I usually in the mornings I'll use the micellar water just to cleanse my face, and then morning and night I use the Pixi Glow Tonic, which I really like. I couldn't actually use this when I had bad skin, like it just made it even worse, so I'm actually really happy that I can use it now because it's really good on my skin. And then I use the Ordinary amino acids. This is really nice and moisturizing. I love this because now I actually have kind of dry skin after being pregnant. So, and then I also use the Marine Hyaluronics, which I really like as well. And then for a moisturizer at the minute, I'm just using this one, which it's okay, I like it, but if I mix it with the Ordinary stuff, it actually hydrates really well. Usually I get the Late Creme concentrate, I really like that, but it's kind of expensive, so I'm laying off it for now. And then I use this for the eyes, just the caffeine solution, which is okay, I like that too. And then on a night time I'll usually use like a mixture between the amino acid and the moisturizer, or I'll just use this if my skin is really kind of dry, or I'm having like reddish irritated patches, which I get sometimes now. Then I just use this hemp oil. I get everything from Beauty Bay, which is really good. Yeah, I just thought I would kind of say what I use just in case anybody was interested. It's quick, it's easy. My hair is falling out again. It's quick, easy, and it's not expensive either if you're on a budget, or even if you're not. Okay, so it is nearly 11:30. So now I'm gonna heat up some breast milk for Cecilia because she had formula this morning when she woke up. So we'll do that now. I use the Tommee Tippee like heater thing, whatever you want to call it, to heat up my breast milk, and I use the MAM bottles. I find that these are the best ones. They're anti-colic as well, so yeah, I love these. So usually as soon as I turn the sound machine off, she'll open her little eyes, which is what she's done. And she has a good stretch. Morning again. Morning again. Hi. Hello. Did you have a nice nap? Did you have a nice nap? Good morning. Hi. Hello. So now she just tends to stretch out on here a little bit. Look at her teddy. Yeah. Yeah. And then we'll change our nappy. Pop some clothes on while our milk heats up. Yeah. But if she starts freaking out after our nappy, then usually I'll feed her and then put some clothes on. So the headband never usually lasts long, but I do like to make an effort to put it on. It'll probably come off within an hour. But this is our little outfit. She's very pink today. She's just starting to fit into a lot of the 3 to 6 months clothes, so I'm just trying to use things that people have given us, as well as things that I've bought for her, because she won't fit in them for very long if I don't try. Right? Right? This is what I mean by the headband not lasting long. I left her here for 2 seconds and it's already down. Yeah? Is it already down? What did you do? Oh. She likes to sit here now. She never used to. She used to cry as soon as I would sit her, but I think because she's sitting in the high chair a lot now and she likes to sit a bit more, then you're a bit more comfortable. Right? Yeah? Yes! Okay. Okay, so she just had a bit of a mini meltdown because I put her on her back. She was not happy about it. So she's on her front now. Whoop. Rolling, rolling. She can usually stay on her front for a bit, maybe 10-15 minutes at a push. But I try to do it maybe 2 to 3 times throughout the day, just so she gets used to it and she can like lift her head a bit. Just trying to make sure she doesn't roll too much off the pillow. I do put her flat on the floor, but I find that if I kind of do a mixture between giving her a little bit of something, she'll be more encouraged to actually lift her head up a bit. This one eventually got up as well. The last one to get up, aren't you? Aren't you? Yep. She's very lazy. She was still under the bed covers. I had to literally make her get up. So she'll probably just play on her front for a little bit and then she'll get agitated, and then I usually try to get her to stand a little bit on her feet, just getting used to putting pressure onto her little feet. And then sometimes she'll just play with the little gym. I'll attach different things to it as well. This butterfly toy is like our absolute favorite. She loves it. I always put that in her high chair. And this monkey, she goes everywhere with this monkey, takes it in her pram and everything. So yeah, just trying to encourage her to lift that head up a bit. We'll just play for a little bit. I'm gonna see if I can do the dishes without her crying. I'll probably stick a podcast on or something just while we're playing and while we're doing little bits and bobs. Yeah, pretty much that's what's going on right now. Might even get to do my makeup when she goes for a nap. Mind you, when I say makeup, it's literally like the quickest thing ever, but even though we're at home, don't know if like any other mums feel like this, but I feel like if I just put a little bit of makeup on, I just feel a bit more put together. Yeah, so maybe that's just my thing. I need to redo my nails as well. These are just literally press-ons that I just shape and file and prep and everything so they last long. They've lasted like nearly 2 weeks now, which is really good. That's just another thing that makes me feel a little bit better. So, gotta do what you gotta do. Just wanted to come on and say that I've just pumped and this is what I got from both boobs. So it's like I was saying before, I don't get much, but I just take what I can. So someone's just woke up from their nap. I think she had about 40 minutes or so that's not too bad. And it's what I expected. Oh. Yeah. And she's a bit cranky. A little bit cranky. Yeah. You just don't know, do you? You just don't know. Yeah. Oh dear. Yeah, so she's not sure. Changed her bum. Oh, you're rolling. Okay. Oh. There we go. If you're gonna roll, you can't use your pillow. Yeah, so yes. So yeah, it's around 2:30 now, I think. Yeah. So she's not due to eat until 3 o'clock. So we'll see how she goes. Yep. Bless her. She's just had lunch and she'll go for a walk later with her dad when he comes home. I still haven't done my makeup. I don't even know if that's gonna happen today. Probably not, to be honest. I did take my nails off though because they started popping off, so I took them off and prepped them, so later on I just need to put them on and file them a bit, and that'll be that. Hopefully today I can have a quick hoover like I do pretty much every day. I'll have a quick hoover. And then I also bought today some little bowls and spoons, because we're gonna start trying her on different foods and doing some of the baby-led weaning. Now I know in the UK they say not to do that until they're 6 months old, but I don't know, that's a fairly recent thing, to be honest. Like pretty much everybody that I know, and like my mum and stuff like that, they all started when they were like 4 months, and they're fine. And she's not exclusively breastfed. Like if she was, then I'd probably hold off a bit longer, but I want her to start getting nutrients from other foods, since she doesn't get as much breast milk as I would like. Obviously I know she's not gonna like actually be eating anything straight away, but I just want her to get used to like tastes and textures and whatnot, so we're gonna start doing that soon. Probably tomorrow actually, we'll get some stuff tomorrow. And then I'll film a bit of that next week as well, having a day of seeing like just what she eats and how she handles it and stuff like that. Gonna see if she'll stand. So I just do what everybody does. Obviously what I tend to do is you can't see her feet, but I tend to pop her like this and see how she does. And usually she'll hold herself for a few seconds and then she'll pop herself down. She's actually doing it for quite a bit now. Whoop! And I try and make it like a little game, make like little noises for her and stuff. You can stand. You standing. Standing. Just 1 foot. Standing. Doing so good. You're doing good. She's actually holding it for longer than she ever has. Usually she's dropped her feet by now. But she's doing really well. I think she can, I think she can see herself. So I think that's why she's looking, giving her motivation to stand, I guess. You doing? You standing? I think she's gonna start getting irritated though because she's hungry. I'm gonna make our milk now. She had breast milk before, so now I'm gonna give her some of the formula. Like I said, I'm kind of trying to transfer her over to this one and see how she handles it. So what I've been doing is 6 scoops of this and 1 scoop of this. I've been doing that for about 3 days now, 4 days actually I think, and she's handled it well. I haven't seen any problems. So I think tomorrow I'll switch over to 5 of this and 2 of this, and then like so on and so on, just like every few days, just to gradually introduce it to our system and see how she does. So I've popped that in there on the 7 ounce already. So you just pop that on, just in case people don't know how to use one of these. So what it does is it puts some shots of hot water into the formula, just to make sure that it's sterilized. Okay, then it beeps, and then what you do is you just shake it around just to make sure that all the formula is dissolved, because you don't want any little bits in there. And then I'll just sort of like look in, because you don't want it to be all lumpy and get all stuck on the bottom. And I'll just have a quick look. Then once it's all dissolved, you put it back on, press the button again, and then it'll fill it up with the cold water, which is obviously filtered. You buy a filter for it and you change the filter every 3 months. So yeah, it's like extremely handy, because it's just instant, instead of having to like pre-make the bottles and then put them in the fridge and then heat them up, which takes forever, or make them on the spot but then try and get them to cool down, which takes forever as well. So this is just extremely convenient. So I managed to actually hoover, dust, do the other dishes and put a tiny bit of makeup on. I know it is literally so late in the day, like it's 5 to 4, but whatever. I'll only be wearing it for a few hours, but it just makes me feel a bit more put together. Sometimes I can do it in the morning, but I just didn't really have the time or priority today. Cece's been playing in our high chair while I've been getting some bits done. She's starting to get a little bit agitated now because I think she wants to go down for her last nap. The battery is apparently going to die on this in a minute, so if it does, I'm sorry. But yeah, so I think I'm just going to read to her a little bit and then try and put her for a last nap of the day and see how that goes. But she's been quite happy in there up until now, but I think she definitely wants to get herself out. So she's up from her nap now. What I'm just going to try and do now is hello, is pretty much just keep her entertained until bedtime, because now she usually goes to bed, well, she has a bath between 6:30, 7:15-ish, and then I'll give her a bottle and rock her to sleep. So we'll just keep her entertained until then. She might not be too bad because she had like a 40-minute nap, but sometimes she doesn't. She'll just refuse to nap, and when she refuses to nap and she's been awake since like 2:30 or 3 o'clock and she doesn't go to bed until around 6, 6:30, if it's like that, it is, as you all probably know, horrendous when they don't nap when it gets to that point. She's watched an episode of The Moomins. She was very happy talking away to the TV. I don't always let her watch TV, but sometimes if it gets towards the end of the day and nothing else is keeping her happy, I'll stick an episode of like The Moomins on, or I don't know, something like that. But she loves The Moomins. Maybe it's because it's like black and white or something, but she absolutely loves them. So I'm gonna leave it there for today, just because I need to sort our bath and everything out now. If anybody wants me to do like a sort of nighttime routine, then I can film that, or like a full morning routine, like from the second we wake up, or anything really. Any suggestions, that would be great. The lighting isn't very good, but yeah, so I'm gonna pop around the bath now. My partner should be home within the next like 15 minutes or so, I imagine, so that'll be nice. We'll have some food, have some time alone together, and just chill out. It's been a pretty good day. She's been pretty well behaved today. She hasn't really had too many tantrums, so hopefully I can put her to bed pretty easy as well, and she stays there until she wakes up for our one-time feed. So yeah, I hope that you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you next time. Bye, and thanks for joining me.